Hello everyone. So today in our practice, we'll start in a comfortable seat position, either cross-legged or on a Japanese seat. And once you're there, start to do some gentle rotations in your shoulders, moving them back and then forward the same amount of time. And once you're ready, releasing your neck, releasing your hands on top of your knees, palms facing up to receive. And start to bring your attention into your breath. Really bringing your attention inward, observing your alignment, releasing any tension in your spine, in your shoulders, in your neck. And then bringing your left palm into your heart. Your right palm is in your belly. And with your eyes closed, you start to feel the movement in your body as you breathe in, filling up your belly. Your ribs expand, your chest lifts up. And exhaling, your left hand drops in and your ribs. And then your belly goes all the way back in. A few rounds of breath here. Really turning your attention inwards. Really checking in with how you're feeling, with your body, with your breath. If at any time you get distracted with any surrounding sounds or any thoughts, just simply start again, bringing your attention back into breath. Just a few more rounds of breath here. Trying to make each inhalation and exhalation longer than the one before. Really lengthening the capability of your breath in and your breath out. And maybe bringing a gentle smile into your face as a gesture of gratitude to yourself for being here right now. Releasing your hands back onto your knees, taking a deep breath in, holding it at the top. And as you exhale, starting to rotate your head from side to side. So you drop your head all the way back and then rotate your head to the left, shin to your chest, to the right and back, and then to the other side. A few more rotations in your shoulders now as you finish with your head. And then once you're down, bringing your hands behind your back, opening up through the chest when you inhale. And as you exhale, bringing your chin to your chest, curving down through the spine. Inhale, the hands are behind your back, opening through the chest, dropping your head back. And exhale, dropping your head to the front, your chin touches your chest. One more, inhale, opening up, dropping your head back. And as you exhale, your chin comes to chest. Inhale, lifting up, your right hand goes to your side of the body. Your left hand up to the ceiling. Inhale, and flexing to your side, bringing your left arm to touch your left ear. And feeling an opening all the way through the left side body. One more breath in here. And breath out. Inhale, come back to center, releasing now the left hand to the floor. The right arm goes up. And as you exhale, flexing to the left side this time, feeling an opening through the right side body. Your right arm is aiming to touch your right ear. And maybe you have your eyes open here, or maybe you can close them. and really feeling the sensations in your body. Coming back to center now. Your right hand goes on top of your left knee. You inhale in center, and as you exhale, looking over your left shoulder, coming into a gentle twist. Big breath in. Exhale, giving your best in your twist. And then inhale, coming all the way back to center. Now your left arm goes in your right knee. You inhale in center. And as you exhale, twisting over, looking over the right side, over your right shoulder. Take a breath in. Exhale, giving your best. And when you inhale, coming all the way back to center. Now, opening your knees to the sides and coming into a wide knee child's pose. So your hips go all the way back into your heels. Your forehead rests on the ground. Your arms are forward in your mat. You start to walk your hands forward and forward, really lengthening through the spine, feeling a whole stretch. Now starting to walk your hands to the left side of your mat, keeping your right hand on top of the left, so you feel again an opening through the right side body as you're in your child's pose. Observing your breath. One more inhale. And as you exhale, walk your hands back to center and then to your right side of the mat. The left hand goes on top of the right this time, really lengthening and feeling the opening through the left side body. Big breath in. And breath out. And then inhale, return all the way to center. Exhale on your neutral child's pose. Next inhale, come all the way up. Now releasing the legs from underneath you and extending them in front of the mat. Gonna come into seat with the legs extended in front of us. And then bringing the left foot inwards, keeping the right leg straight. You can either keep your foot flexed or stretch. And then you inhale, lift your arms above head, and as you exhale, fold over that right leg. So you can let your hands rest wherever they can reach, either in your thigh or your knee, your shin, or even if you can reach your foot. Observe your level of flexibility and stay true to yourself, making sure that you keep your chest open other than curving through the spine. And giving your best on your right leg, fold forward. Now inhale, coming all the way back up. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. Right foot comes in. Inhale, arms above head. And as you exhale, fold forward over that left leg. Again, the hands rest where they can reach. You start to aim to bring your belly to your thigh. As you inhale, opening through the chest. Exhale, going a bit forward. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, giving a bit more on your forward fold. Trying to avoid to curve the spine. And giving your best on your forward fold. Inhale, come all the way back up. Release the leg. Now bend through the knees, keeping your feet closer to your buttocks. We're going to come into a reverse tabletop, lifting the hips up to the ceiling. Really engaging through the glutes here. And then you can keep your head straight, or you can let your neck relax and your head drop back if that feels comfortable for you. Otherwise, just keep your head straight. Keeping your glutes tight, and then exhale, releasing all the way back down. Taking a breath on the mat. We're going to go for a second round. So you can go into your reverse tabletop, or this time coming into a reverse plank. Up to you what variation you'd prefer. If you're in the reverse plank, your legs are straight and your hips are up to the ceiling. Again, the same thing with your head. You can let it rest to the back and engage through the glutes, lifting your hips a bit higher. And as you exhale, release it all the way back down. Now hugging your knees to your chest as you're in your seat, maybe letting your head rest on your knees. Just taking a breath in here. And a breath out. Now bringing the soles of your foot to touch. And then hugging your right foot in, we're going to start to rotate the right leg to feeling an opening through the right hip. Rotate it to one side and then gentle to the other. So in here we keep the knee bend. And then just hold your right foot tight. Keeping your knee bend, your spine straight. Then maybe start to stretch through that right leg. Stretch your arms as you hold on to your right foot. Make sure you keep your knee bent here, or if you do have the space, you can stretch that leg and bring it into full line. Release the right foot down. Now holding your left foot, starting to rotate. Opening through the hip, one side, and then the other, keeping your spine straight. Don't let it fall on you. And then keeping your knee bent, holding your foot, you start to lifting and stretch your arms. Now observe how you feel, the space you have, and your flexibility, where you can reach. Don't go too far. Let your breath take you there. Maybe you'll keep your knee bent throughout the time, or maybe you can stretch the leg fully if you do have space. No matter where you are, we're all working on something, so make sure that you do what's right for your body. Releasing the foot back down, and again bringing the soles of the feet together. This time coming into butterfly pose, so the soles together and the legs are to the sides. And do some gentle movements, lifting and going down, coming into your butterfly now. And keeping your legs, and then letting yourself fold through your butterfly. Your whole body comes heavy over your legs. Keeping the opening through the chest instead of letting yourself curve down. Inhale, opening through the chest. Exhale, going a bit forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, giving a bit more space, going down on your forward fold. And inhale, return back up. Now, with the use of your hands, supporting yourself to come into center and lifting up. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands in front of the heart in Anjali Mudra, prayer pose. Now at the top of your mat, you're going to bring the feet together to touch. We inhale, lift the arms up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, you lift the heels off the floor, coming into your tippy toes. So again, the whole body is engaged here. Your glutes are squeezing in. Your belly is glued to your back. Your ribs are shortened, pointing your tailbone to the ground and keeping your gaze in a steady point. One more breath in your tippy toes. Exhale, release it down, bending through the knees, opening the arms to the sides. And opening through the chest, letting your head fall to the back. opening up through the chest, sitting your sit bones a bit lower. One more breath in, and as you exhale, coming into a centered forward fold now. Your knees bend, your belly resting on your thighs, and your head heavy, moving the head from side to side, saying no, saying yes, taking a breath in there. Exhale it out. One more breath in your forward fold. Exhale it all out. And giving your best. Now coming back at the front of the mat, you're going to open up the left leg to the back of the mat. We're going to come to the side. So from an opening through the legs and then bending the right leg, coming into a runner's lunge, feeling an opening through the hips and starting to swing the weight back and forward, keeping your back toe tucked and moving the weight of the body back and forward. Just one more time. And then planting the left hand on the ground and lifting up your right arm as you inhale, gazing to the right hand. Feeling the twist through the whole upper body as you gaze to your right hand. One more breath in and exhaling, releasing the hand back down, strengthening to the front leg, and now rotating your left foot to a side angle. And as you open up, lifting the left arm up to the ceiling into a triangle pose. Now letting your right hand rest where it reaches. Maybe it rests on your thigh or knee or your shin or even on the foot. Relax and release the hands back down. And then coming into a gentle triangle reverse twist. Walk the hands all the way to the other side. And we're going to do the same thing. This time the left leg is flexed. Your left knee is bent and you start to move the weight of your body back and forward. Back and forward, and then grounding that right hand, and as you inhale, lift up your left hand, coming into your twist, gazing over that left hand. Take a breath here. Exhale, twisting deeper. One more in, and as you exhale, releasing the hand back down. Now preparing for your triangle pose. So remember, the left foot is parallel to the length of your mat and the right foot is parallel to the side of the mat. Lifting your right arm up to the ceiling, gazing to that right arm and letting your left hand rest where it reaches without collapsing through the hips. Bending the knee and then rotating, bringing the hands into a spread forward fold. Inhale, opening through the chest, and exhale, letting your weight fall down. The hands stay in the middle for now. We're going to start to walk the hands forward. So as we inhale and open through the chest, and then exhale, let the weight fall heavy down in your forward fold, keeping your legs spread. Same thing as a normal forward fold, but this time our legs are apart. Now at time, if you do have it in your practice, maybe you can bring your hands to your feet and really opening up in your wide leg forward fold. Inhale now, lifting up, coming into standing. We're going to inhale, lift the arms up to the ceiling, and exhale, hands in front of the heart in Anjali Mudra. Preparing to come into a balanced pose, so find your steady point in front of you. And grounding through the right foot, we inhale and lift the left foot off the ground, bending through the knee, and then rotating the left knee to the side, holding the foot with our right hand. And then letting the left hand go alongside the body, or maybe resting on top of your left knee. But please try and keep your left foot without touching the hip line, so we're not letting it rest. And then in here, if you do have the space, you let the foot now rest on the thigh, coming into a half lotus. Release the foot now and preparing to the other side, maybe giving a shake before starting. Sorry, just some adjustments. I do need to have the mat straight, otherwise that might interfere with the balance. Just a moment. Alright, and whenever you're ready, grounding through the left foot and inhale, lifting the right foot off the ground, bending through the knee. And then with your left hand holding onto your right foot without the foot touching the upper body. And then the right hand goes and rests alongside the body or perhaps on top of your right knee. Taking a breath here, keeping your gaze on a steady point, and then maybe opening up into a half lotus, now letting your foot rest on your thigh. And gently releasing the foot all the way back down. Coming back into the top of your mat, we're going to bring the hands to our lower back and come into a gentle back bend. So we're going to squeeze through the thighs, and with the support of the hands in the lower back, we start to open up through the chest and letting the head fall to the back, really feeling an opening through the chest as the hands rest on the lower back. Trying to aim to bring your elbows closer together. Don't push it too hard. Just really keeping your glutes squeezed, your thighs are all engaged. Inhale, return all the way back up, arms up overhead. And exhale, fold all the way down. Letting your head fall heavy. Your knees micro bend again here if you prefer. And feeling the weight, feeling the difference from the beginning of the practice until now. One more breath in your forward fold. And a breath out. Really releasing through the hands. Release any tensions that are still there. Maybe holding opposite elbows. And shaking side to side if you like. Now release the hands back down onto the mat, separating the feet wide as your mat. We're going to come into Malasana, yoga squat. So we drop our hips all the way down. This might be a bit tricky for some people. So if you have something close to you, maybe a pillow or a blanket to give you some space and to put under your buttocks if you do need the support. Otherwise, if you find it easy, great. But if not, try and use something between your buttocks and the floor to give you the support to come straight into this posture. The more you start to do it, the more space you start to create to come into the full posture. Now bringing your hands in the Anjali Mudra if you're not there yet. And just holding here for a few rounds of breath. Your eyes closed maybe, and then preparing, releasing the hands in front of you, shoulders width apart. We're just going to play around here for a little bit, just the preparation for a arm balance. So bending through the knees, bending through the elbows, you let your knee rest on top of your elbow. And then lift one foot off and then the other, keeping your gaze forward, not to the mat, but forward ahead of you. And then play around, lifting one foot, lifting the other. So this would be the preparation to come into the full posture of a crow pose, which is a full arm balance. The feet are off the ground. But maybe we can start by playing around and lifting one side and the other first, and giving it a few goes. As you're done now, releasing your buttocks to the mat, we're going to come on our knees. And then lifting the buttocks off our heels, tucking the feet behind us. So we're on our knees with our feet tucked. And then again, the hands come into our lower back. We're going to do the same thing that we were doing when we were standing, but this time on our knees. So coming into preparation for a camel pose, aiming to bring the elbows close to touch and keeping the thighs squeezed, the glutes engaged, opening through the chest. And if you have the space and the confidence, you can even release your hands to hold your ankles, making sure that your hip line is on the same line as your knees. And once you're done, release your buttocks to touch your heels, coming into a child's pose. Just for a few rounds of breath here. A nice counter pose of a back bend we just did. Feeling the movement in and out. Now coming back up, preparing to come into plank pose. The feet are separate hip distance and the hands are under our shoulder line. Engaging through the glutes, through the belly, sucking your belly button in, just holding here for one breath. And then releasing down, coming into a forearm plank. So just a few more rounds here, just to work a bit on the core strength as well. Take a big breath in, engaging the core, sucking your belly button in, and then release it all the way down. Release your legs, your forehead to rest on top of your hands. And then letting your ear touch the ground, moving your head to the left side. Your right ear is on the ground. Now inhale, extend the arms alongside the body. We're going to lift up the chest, engaging through the thighs. And keeping the top of the feet grounded. We can keep the arms alongside the body or extend them overhead. That might be a bit more challenging. But as you exhale, release the head back down onto the mat. We're going to go for one more round. Excuse me, my mat is folding. There it is. And now preparing for another round, lifting up the chest off the ground. And this time, if you like, give it a try without the feet off the ground as well. With the feet off the ground, engaging through the core, through the glutes. And exhale, release it all the way down, bringing your left ear to touch the mat. And let it rest. Now looking over to the other side. Big breath in and out. Now returning back from this posture, we're going to come into seat, extend the legs forward, and we're going to come all the way down on our mat. But on our way there, counting into 5, 4, 3, 2, and Very well. Great work. Release all the way down. Now bring your right knee to your chest. Hug it tight, hug it close. And then letting that right knee drop all the way to the left side and gazing over the right. Coming into a nice floor twist. And close down your eyes. We're close from the end of our practice today. Inhale, return the knee to center. And then coming into the other side, hugging your left knee to chest. As you exhale, dropping it to the right side and gazing over the left. Keeping your eyes closed, letting your arms rest, maybe open in T shape. Just one more breath. And one breath out. Inhale, return to center. And preparing to come into Viparita Karunasa. We lift the legs up to the ceiling. And the whole upper body is grounded on the mat. We keep the foot flex here. And engaging through the core, coming into a variation of an inversion, where our legs are over the line of our heart. That is good because it gives a different flux of our body, of our blood in our body. So allowing the blood to flow in a different direction, creating a cleansing in our body. Now releasing the legs, holding them tight to the upper body, hugging them to chest, maybe doing some gentle rotation side to side, and then releasing all the way down. Now finally coming into our savasana, relaxation part of the practice. Closing down your eyes, the arms alongside the body with the palms facing up. The legs are slightly apart. Take a big breath in, hold it at the top. And exhale, let it all go. One more like that, big breath in, holding it at the top. Exhale, release it all. And find your body getting heavy on the mat. Your whole body is resting. You relax your feet, your shins, your knees. Relax your hips, your belly, lower back, the ribs, the middle back. Relax your chest and your upper back. Relaxing your shoulders, your neck, your arms, elbows, forearms, your hands and your fingers. Relax your face now, your jaw, your lips, your tongue, your whole mouth, your cheekbones, your eyeballs and your eyebrows, and that point between them, your third eye, your intuition. Relax your forehead, relax your mind, and find stillness. Starting to bring your awareness back into your body, gently wiggling your feet, your toes and your hands, your fingers, moving your head side to side and bringing your arms up and overhead, giving a big stretch as if you had just woken up. Taking your time, hugging your knees to chest, then rotating to your favorite side. And with the support of your hands in your own time, come up into a seated position, where we'll finish our practice in our seated position. Once you're there, let your hands rest. Take a breath in. And finally bring your hands in prayer pose in front of the heart. Coming into this gesture, honoring yourself for taking the time to practice, honoring your body and your breath, and gratitude for this moment. Your thumbs to your third eye, thumbs to lips, thumbs to heart, and gratitude from my heart to yours. Namaste.